Thank you so much for joining me in my channel, Wildlife Coaching Solutions, where you'll be able to access weekly videos about simple solutions and actionable solutions that you can take right now to help you grow confidently through your challenging defining moments. I speak about time management, productivity, confidence, self-esteem, as well as successfully growing through a challenge in order to move in the direction of your joyous outcomes. So if you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe so that you'll be able to access these weekly videos and turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything. To get started, I'm going to be speaking about decision fatigue. Now, if you're anything like me, or if you're different from me, it's okay because you're going through a lot of decisions. Just like me, you have lots of decisions to make in your lifestyle. And I said, if you're a savvy woman, then these decisions are coming at you from many different directions. Decision fatigue is something that affects so many individuals. You can see this in individuals who are in academia, individuals who are parents managing a hectic lifestyle, to someone who is thinking about or have started their business. There are many decisions that are coming towards us every day. And when I say many, I mean thousands of decisions that are coming towards us every day. And it's our responsibility to choose and make a decision about what we will act on, what things we will pass on. And as long as we do it with integrity, then that's completely okay. So what is decision fatigue, and how does this actually increase your anxiety and stress levels? Decision fatigue is the inability to make decisions because of so many decisions that are happening to you or for you every single day. And as I said, when I spoke about individuals in academia, or if you're working in a 9-to-5 position, or you're thinking about starting a business, you may experience the decision fatigue. And if you experience a challenging defining moment in your life before, then you know that it came with a lot of decisions. What to do, people asking you for your time, being pulled in so many different directions that you don't know what to do. And because of that, you freeze up, you stop, you do nothing, and then time just passes by and you wish you had made a decision, or you regret the decisions that you made. So in order to help alleviate the stress that comes along with decision fatigue, you have to be aware of what you want in your lifestyle, what you want to bring into your lifestyle, and how these decisions that we make and that you make is going to benefit you. When I was transitioning from my 9-to-5 position in starting my business, I had so many decisions come to me, but not only business related decisions, there was decisions about what did I want to do? How was I going to make this change? And how was I going to transition? And to be honest, I did experience decision fatigue, and it wasn't until I just stopped that I was able to reduce all of that anxiety and stress that I was feeling. Because the anxiety and the stress comes based upon these constant questions that you're asking yourself, and these questions are linked to decisions that you have to make. But anyone who knows, when you are dealing with a challenge, a major challenge or a transition in life, sometimes the decision making is a challenge and taking action is a challenge as well. So this is why decision fatigue basically is related to being overwhelmed. A lot of people say, I'm overwhelmed, I'm burned out, but it's based upon the decisions that you have made and the consequences that you are experiencing based upon these decisions that you have made. So in order to reduce stress and anxiety in your lifestyle, you want to be able to ask yourself better questions, act upon your decisions that you make, and feel good about the decisions you made. That is a key thing. As I said in a lot of my videos, and I'm an advocate about doing work that you enjoy doing, or making your work meaningful, because you could be investing so much time, energy in an area, and you really hate what you're doing, and that feeling alone can really increase your anxiety levels and your stress levels. So you really want to transition into an area where you at least enjoy the work that you're doing, and this will help you to feel good about the decisions that you're making. So I wanted to go and speak about now some ways to prevent decision fatigue before it even pops up on you, or if you're dealing with it right now, how to rearrange things so that you start taking ownership of the decisions that you're making. You feel confident and secure about the decisions you're making, and you move away from that fatigue, burnout, and feeling stuck or struggling with wondering about what's next and just waiting to see what happens. So the first thing you want to do in order to prevent decision fatigue or rearrange your lifestyle to become more simplified so that you're able to effectively make decisions is to think about the level of decision. Is this a big decision or is this a minimal decision? And for everybody else, what may be a big decision for me may not be a big decision for you. So that is based upon your level of decision making or level of importance to the decision in each area of your life that you're thinking about right now. So you have to think about, is this a big decision? Because if it's a big decision, you're thinking about how much time am I going to invest? How much money am I going to invest? How much energy am I willing to invest in this decision? And thinking that through is going to help you to also gauge your stress levels and your anxiety levels about how this is making you feel when you're thinking about this particular decision, because this will help you to say, hey, is it worth me moving forward with this, or should I just really maybe put it on hold, come back to it later, or is this something that's not even good for me at this level of this level that I'm at right now. So you want to be able to think about what kind of energy, time, or money are you going to invest in it? And this is the only way to really know that is by being able to weigh what kind of decision is this for me. And then you want to be able to prepare for your decision. Now that you decided that you're going to be able to act on this decision, or you're going to be able to move forward with it, it's something that you're considering, how are you going to prepare for it? And when I talk about preparing for your decision, you want to think about who is it going to affect? How is it going to affect you? What level of success can come from this decision you make? But then what level of failure that would you possibly experience from making this decision? And just because you think about what level of failure may come or what level of success may come, it doesn't mean that you are bringing negative energy into your life, or it could be a failure. It's actually thinking this through so that you can put contingency plans in place about, if this doesn't work, then this is what I'm going to do. And it's not about changing your decision or changing the plan that you have made. It's just about changing the strategies. So you may have a goal in mind, you may have a plan that you want to successfully execute, and a decision that's related to that successful execution of the goal that you made, but you can always change your strategies. But if you have a goal in mind that you're really working towards, then go forward with that goal, and you never know what can happen for you. You're just open to the opportunities, but the opportunities don't come if you don't decide to make effective decisions about it. So preparing for that, asking yourself those questions and allowing yourself to, again, gauge your stress level, anxiety levels when you respond to yourself, when you get feedback, internal feedback about these decisions that you're going to be making. Next one is to challenge the obstacles or challenge the blocks that you may think of. So when you think about what kind of failure or what kind of blocks may come around, you want to challenge them now. You know, a lot of the blocks, a lot of the fears that we have about taking inspired action, acting upon our goal, making decisions, and even if you are experiencing decision fatigue and you're feeling frozen right now or stuck, then it's about challenging that. the thoughts that we're thinking are the way that we have been trained to think. And if you train yourself to think in another way, you're going to see different and experience different insight. So challenge that. If someone says you can't do something, it's not to prove that person wrong, but it's to challenge yourself to say, is it possible for me to do it? And really ask those questions, because this is going to give you a different way to think about what you're doing. So as I mentioned in one of my videos on another platform, I was talking about thinking outside of the box. The pillars that we put around ourselves to say, I can't do something, this is hard for me, it's not gonna work out, I should stay in my little box, is what blocks you in and gives you those four corners that you may feel fearful about coming out of, because you don't know what you're gonna be experiencing. But as I say, everything that you know now, you learned it. So if you want to learn something new, go ahead and learn it, because it's just another skill that you'll be able to have in your lifestyle toolbox that will be able to even increase your level of confidence and help you to continue to be that savvy individual that makes great decisions about what you want to come into your life. So go ahead and challenge that, because it'll give you more room and creativity to attack that challenge or to move forward with that decision while feeling confident doing it. So the next thing that you want to do in order to prevent decision fatigue is to actually act upon the decision that you make. Once you make a decision, go ahead and do it. And the reason why I say this is because once you start doing a thing, you'll start to find out how much joy it brings to you. If you don't like it, if it's maybe the wrong choice that you made, you can easily pivot and turn away from it or move forward with it. And there is a major difference between doing something and going through a challenge with it because you're learning and getting uncomfortable, versus doing something and realizing, no, this is absolutely not the thing that I should be doing, because it doesn't bring me any joy, and it's not only uncomfortable, but it's just something that you don't want to do. There's no point of moving from one level of your life. So if you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna pursue this subject in school, in university or college, I'm gonna pursue this subject, and then after you pursue the subject, you're realizing, I don't like it, it's not what I want to do. Some people will just stay with it because of the expectations other people have about them. But to make the choice and the decision that you're going to go in a different direction is the best thing that you could do for yourself, because you save yourself that time, you learn the lessons that you needed to learn, and you're able to move forward. Now, I just want to be very clear, I'm not stressing giving up on something that you're doing. Again, I'm saying you might want to change the strategy, but you don't have to change the goal. But if the strategy, it feels good to you, it's working for you, and it's bringing you the outcomes that you want to see for your life, for your business, for your goals, then you need to continue to do it, because you don't know exactly when your next opportunity will come. And yes, I attach decisions to opportunities because they go hand in hand. The next thing is to remember the small details. A lot of individuals, and I have done it in the past as well, is when you're starting out, you're thinking so much about the big picture that you forget to focus on the small details. Now, in order to really think about what you want and explore what's best for you, then you want to think big. You want to look at the big picture and see what is actually possible for you. And I always say, dream as big as you want to dream about your goals, because this is going to help to increase your creativity. But successful individuals know that even though you dream big, you bring it back to the smaller levels so that you're able to execute those actions and then build upon it. It's about building and creating. I always say that because when you're living a enriched and simplified lifestyle, it's building that lifestyle into your current way and current habits and routine so that they become sustainable and long lasting. So you want to be able to think about the small details. And when I say you want to be able to think about, these are things that you should consider for your lifestyle. What are the simple details that you could be doing right now that may that you may be overlooking because you're focused so much on the big picture. Right now, I really enjoy making videos and delivering content in a way that is simple, actionable for individuals, savvy women who are experiencing a major transition in their life. That is how I simplify what I want to do. And although I have bigger goals right now, my focus is on delivering this information so that I am able to reach the individuals that I feel connected to and who can relate with me and who I can relate with, who have experienced a challenge in their life as well. So you want to be able to do that for your own life instead of thinking that you have to focus on the big huge picture. If you're thinking, oh, I want to do all of these things, then you could get so overwhelmed with all of those decisions and in the end not do anything. And that's how I simplify and streamline my lifestyle. And that's also the reason why I'm able to get so much done in such a little bit of time, because of the fact that I focus on little increments over time and build upon that, set the foundation and say, okay, that's finished. I don't have to go back into figuring out what message that I want to share with the individuals that I meet, or what message I want to share with these savvy women just like you, because the message is part of my lifestyle and the message is part of the experience that I have gone through, that I'm able to feel confident to share it with savvy women just like you. So I hope that you're enjoying the content. Another thing that you should consider doing when moving through decision fatigue is to step away from the decision for just a little bit. And when I'm doing this movement of stepping away and moving, it's so simple that it helps so much. When you are so focused upon what I want to see, what the outcomes are, then you really miss the experience. And again, I share information that I've been through, and this is one of the mistakes that I made in not only in my transitions from corporate to starting this business, but also in my academia. I've been very focused on a specific outcome that I want to see, that sometimes it took a lot for me to say, okay, I'm going to step away from it. Now, there's another thing about being passionate and driven and motivated and inspired about the work that you do, and that actually just fuels me up so much more. And I don't know if you've experienced this, but it fuels you up so much more that you're doing the work and feeling good about it versus doing the work and feeling overwhelmed about how this thing is gonna be able to happen. And once you switch and move away from those thoughts a little bit more, you're able to say, okay, this is what's happening, this is the experience. So many individuals get caught up in just doing that there's the point of evaluation, revelation, and being able to review what you're actually doing is missed. And I think a lot of valuable information comes from that stage, a lot of recognition, a lot of acknowledgement for your growth, and a lot of confidence and clarity in the work that you're doing. So stepping away from the goal is okay as well. Not making your transition or the challenge the whole story of your life, but reviewing and looking back so that you can add new elements to it as well. And the last thing I would say to prevent decision fatigue is examining your consequences to the previous decisions that you have made. So if you made some previous decisions before and you were not getting the outcomes that you wanted to see or the results, you might want to switch away from making those types of decisions. Just like you, and I say just like you because I know a lot of women go through this and a lot of individuals go through this, but saying yes to things that you may not really want to do, but just saying yes to it is something that can really keep you stuck in making decisions that you don't want to make, that you don't want to experience the consequence to. Dr. Miles Monroe really spoke about decision making and being able to understand what decisions you make and the consequences that you will experience in your lifetime. It took a lot for me to embrace no, hearing no, and receiving no from other people as well. And that was what really helped to strengthen me and help bring clarity into my lifestyle about what I will choose to do with my time and what I will choose to do with individuals who are supportive, and not be worried about other individuals who may not be supportive. But that's a whole different topic in itself, and I won't really get into that today. But I just wanted to talk about decision fatigue and how to rebalance and recalibrate yourself so that you're not looking at yourself as this individual who's walking around all the time feeling burnt out and overwhelmed about the life that you are living. It's about creating and making the life you want to live. A lot of people talk about being able to make it. Well, that's what this whole thing is about. Creating a lifestyle that you want to live and what feels comfortable and enriching to you. So just to wrap it up, it's all about being able to move away from decision fatigue, make effective decisions, and feel confident while you're making those decisions in your life. So I hope this video was helpful for anyone who's experiencing a challenging defining moment. So don't forget to turn on your notifications, subscribe, like, and share this video with anyone who you may think it will be helpful for, as they may be experiencing some difficulty with making decisions and want to enhance their decision-making skills. And I look forward to bringing you more relevant, simple solutions and content to help you successfully grow through your challenging defining moment. I'll check in with you later. Take care.